Okay, class 11. Today your thermodynamics chapter, new topic. Thermodynamics chapter is going on. I have already sent you 3 or 4 videos. This is the topic that is called enthalpy. Enthalpy is a very important topic of this chapter. Actually, only enthalpy, this word is not having any significance. Change in enthalpy is having lots of importance, and actually we are supposed to calculate the change in enthalpy of a system. Now, what is enthalpy, that you have to know. The definition you should know. So, what is enthalpy? Enthalpy is the heat content of a system at constant pressure. This is the definition for enthalpy. It is the heat content of a system at constant pressure. It can also have another definition, and mathematically enthalpy is written in this form, where H stands for enthalpy, U stands for internal energy, P for pressure and V for volume. So enthalpy mathematically can be written as H equal to U plus PV. So another definition of enthalpy is it is the sum total of internal energy and PV energy of a system, or it is the sum total of internal energy and PV work of a system. So this can also be the definition of enthalpy. Now it is not necessary, not necessary, it is not possible. It is not possible to measure the enthalpy of a system at a particular time. But we can measure the change in enthalpy of a system. So we will do numerical using change in enthalpy. Actually we are going to use the term change in enthalpy, that is written as delta H, and that is going to be used in various processes of thermodynamics. Now, during the expansion of a gas, I have shown you that how expansion is occurring. During the expansion of a gas, internal energy of a system can be written as Q plus W. You know it earlier. In my previous video, I told you that how to write internal energy. It is heat content and work done. Now, during expansion, I have seen that change in internal energy equal to Q minus P delta V. Now, instead of W, I have written P delta V. Why minus sign is there? During expansion, work is done by the system. So, it is minus, and heat is absorbed by the system. So, it is going inside the system. So, Q is positive. Same thing I have written here. Here I have written a particular term QV. QV means this is happening at constant volume. If the expansion is occurring at constant volume, then what is actually happening? At constant volume, delta V is 0. If delta V is 0, then this term is 0, that is work done is 0. So internal energy is the heat content of the system. At constant volume, internal energy can be written as heat content of the system. But at constant pressure, what is happening? Because most of the thermodynamics reaction doesn't occur at constant volume, 90% of the reaction occurs at constant pressure. So we have to think, or we have to emphasize more on those kind of reactions which occur at constant pressure. So at constant pressure, I can write down the equation like this, that is delta U equal to QP minus P delta V. Suppose this equation I am writing in this way, means I am changing this one, I am bringing this side. So I can write QP equal to delta U plus P delta V. Same equation written in different way. Now suppose the initial internal energy of the system is U1, final energy is U2, and initial volume is V1 and final volume is V2. Pressure is constant, so no P1, P2. So this equation can be written as QP equal to U2 minus Q1 plus P V2 minus V1. Can it be written like this? Okay. Now, if I change a little bit, that is all final term I am writing together and initial term I am writing together. So, what I am going to get? I am going to get Q equal to U2 plus PV2 minus U1 plus PV1. If I establish the same, I can get this one. So this is a term I got and this one is the another term I got. To define this term, enthalpy came into existence. U plus PV. U plus PV, to define this one, a term, that is new term, enthalpy came. So instead of U2 plus PV2 and U1 plus PV1, I can write H2 minus H1, that is change in enthalpy. So what is my equation? QP equal to H2 minus H1, where this one is H2 and this one is H1. Enthalpy in the beginning, enthalpy at the final stage, enthalpy in the beginning. This one is enthalpy at the final stage, this one is enthalpy at the beginning. So what you are getting? Your equation is becoming QP equal to delta H. Okay, this is the final equation. So ultimately you got that heat change at constant pressure is equal to change in enthalpy. And another thing you got, that heat change at constant volume is the change in internal energy. So these two terms you have to remember. Heat change at constant pressure is equal to change in enthalpy, and this one is heat change at constant volume, that is equal to internal energy. QV equal to delta U, QP equal to delta H. So this you have to remember, and now I am going to explain you the enthalpy in terms of ideal gas equation. Now in case of solid and liquid, generally there is no difference between delta U and delta H, because in case of solid and liquid, the change in volume is negligible. P delta V, that portion change in volume, delta V in case of solid and liquid, generally solid and liquid volume change is so less, it is negligible. So very less difference you can find in case of solid and liquid in delta H and delta U. But in case of gaseous substance, the change in volume is really having significance and it is having effect on the whole system. So in case of gaseous molecule enthalpy and enthalpy change, this term is used widely and that we are going to use. Now suppose, as I am saying, that the initial condition of a system is this one. Okay, that means pressure is constant, so in both initial and final I am writing P here also and P here also. This is initial condition and this is final condition. Suppose it is occurring at constant temperature also, pressure and temperature both are constant in case of ideal gas. Now in case of ideal gas equation is PV equal to nRT. So in the initial condition, number of moles was N1, volume was V1. So I have written PV1 equal to N1 RT. RT you know, R is gas constant and P is also constant in this case. Similarly, final condition PV2 equal to N2 RT. V2 means final volume and N2 means final number of moles. Now I can write PV2 minus PV1, that is PV1, change in PV. What I can write? PV2 minus PV1, final minus initial. So it is N2 RT minus N1 RT. This one I can write. Now N2 minus N1, what is this? N2 minus N1 is change in number of moles and V2 minus V1 is change in volume. So I can write P V2 minus V1 equal to RT N2 minus N1. This can be written Now P V2 minus V1 is what? P delta V, and here change in number of moles can be written as delta N. So I can write delta N RT. So instead of P delta V, I can put this value also. What was my equation for enthalpy change? Enthalpy change equation was delta H equal to delta U plus P delta V. This was the equation for change in enthalpy that I got just before. So in this equation I can write delta nRT, P delta V equal to delta nRT. So this can be written as delta H equal to delta U plus delta nRT. So this is also very important equation. Using this equation many numericals are there. Suppose in the numerical whatever question is there, pressure and volume is not given to you, number of mole is given to you, temperature is given to you. So you may be confused that how to find out the answer. So instead of that, using this equation I can solve. So these are the basic concept or theoretical part which I am explaining here. But based on this, you have to do numericals from various books, especially NCERT. In NCERT book also many numericals are there. In-text exercise is also there, and at the back of the book also exercises are there. So try to solve according to the topic as you are proceeding. So I hope to today's topic I have completed properly and there is no difficulty in understanding this topic. If you find any problem, pause the video and go through the topic. So thank you for today.